The Oscars might be over, but it's never too early to start guessing what might win Best Picture next year. So here are some of the movies that I think are going to get nominated. Starting out with Wild Horse 9. CIA agents Chris and Lee face a trust-testing mission from Santiago to Easter Island in 1973 Chile. This is directed by one of my favorite directors, Martin McDonagh, who has made so many great movies, but one of my all-time favorites in In Bruges. For this movie, he is reuniting with Sam Rockwell, and the cast also includes Parker Posey, Steve Buscemi, Tom Waits, John Malkovich, and more. This is a great cast, plus the Academy likes McDonagh, so I think this will be up there. Next up is Digger. The most powerful man in the world embarks on a frantic mission to prove that he is humanity's savior before the disaster that he's unleashed destroys everything. Got any read to who the Academy loves, plus Cruise playing something out of type, which is great, and then this great cast list including Jesse Plemons, Emma D'Arcy, John Burke, Riz Ahmed, Sandra Hüller, Michael Stuhlbarg, the list goes on. Next up is Project Hail Mary. I'm not going to say much about it other than I saw it. It's amazing. I gave it 4.5 stars on Letterboxd. Ryan Gosling came out and introduced it, and I would be irate if it didn't get at least a bunch of technical nominations because it looks gorgeous. It's amazing. One of my favorite movies. I would say my #1 of this year so far. Another big budget movie, The Odyssey, is up next. After the Trojan War, Odysseus faces a dangerous voyage back to Ithaca, meeting creatures like the Cyclops, the Sirens, and Circe along the way. I think this will be an Oscar contender, not just because of the story, which is obviously beloved throughout history, but basically just because of Chris Nolan. Obviously, he recently won a bunch of Oscars for Oppenheimer, but on top of that, he's one of the few directors that always wins the big three. His movies are loved by critics, they are loved by general audiences, and they make a boatload of money every single time. He is a complete unicorn in that regard. And on top of that, an all-star cast, and a great chance for Tom Holland to really prove himself as like a real actor outside of the MCU. Next is The Social Reckoning. It follows Frances Haugen, a young Facebook engineer who enlisted the help of Jeff Horowitz, a Wall Street Journal reporter, to blow the whistle on the social network's most guarded secrets. So I'm a little mixed on this one because The Social Network is an amazing, amazing movie, but that movie has something that this one won't. David Fincher. Instead, Aaron Sorkin, who wrote The Social Network and is a prolific, great writer, is directing this as well. But I do not totally trust him as a director based off his current body of work, especially on a movie that is going to touch on politics in 2026. Next is Cry to Heaven. This is a book adaptation and it follows Tonio, a nobleman castrated by his half-brother who rises to fame as a soprano under the guidance of opera star Guido. The story explores betrayal, identity, and redemption. It's directed by Tom Ford and it has an all-star cast of actors from the UK and Ireland. Colin Firth, Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Nicholas Hoult, Paul Bettany, Owen Cooper, Kieran Hines, Mark Strong, George Mackay, Tandaway Newton, and Hunter Schafer. Shout out One American. I don't know a ton about this one, but there are obviously interesting components, including Tom Ford, who you probably know more as a fashion designer, but did do Nocturnal Animals and A Single Man. Plus an all-star group of mostly UK actors doing an 18th century Italy book adaptation. It's gonna be at the Oscars, I can guarantee you, almost regardless of quality. Next is Fjord. An immigrant Romanian family living in Norway is subject to an investigation and faces the scrutiny of the local judicial system. It's directed by Christian Mungiu, stars Renate Reinsve and Sebastian Stan. This is another one I don't know a ton about, but the ingredients are definitely there for something good. Reinsve is one of the hottest rising names in the entire acting world, and both her and Sebastian Stan have been nominated for Oscars before. I don't know the director that well, but he has won some hardware at Cannes before, which is very promising here. Then we have The Entertainment System is Down. Set on a long-haul flight where the entertainment system fails, the film will see passengers forced to face the horror of being bored. This is directed by Ruben Östlund, who has done 3 amazing movies more people should watch in Force Majeure, Triangle of Sadness, and The Square. It has a really interesting cast. Keanu Reeves, Kirsten Dunst, Tobias Menzies, Daniel Bruhl, and Nicholas Braun. It's a weird concept, but I have a lot of faith in Östlund as a director, and he also has 3 Academy nominations, so I think he'll be there. Next is the untitled Jesse Eisenberg musical comedy. A shy woman is unexpectedly cast in the local production of an original musical. Under the spell of a strong-willed and enigmatic director, she loses herself in the role in the high-stakes world of community theater production. Again, this is an original story from Jesse Eisenberg, who was nominated 2 years ago for Best Original Screenplay for A Real Pain. It's a really fascinating trio of actors here in Halle Berry, Paul Giamatti, and Julianne Moore. A musical comedy is almost so bizarre to think of Eisenberg in that I almost have to trust it. Then we have the big dog, Dune Part 3. It follows Muad'Dib, heir to unimaginable power, as he brings to fruition the ancient scheme to bring a super being ruler among men, not in the heavens. We just had the first trailer for it. It looks insane. You got Timmy going all out with the Haka Fremen chant. It got the blood flowing, got little images of the new cast members. Man, it looks good. Like Christopher Nolan, Denis Villeneuve has never made a bad movie, and this I doubt will be any exception to that. And the cast is just insane, man. I mean, you get all the same people as before, plus Anya Taylor-Joy in like a real role, plus Robert Pattinson. I mean, mean, you can't get much better than that. And a lot of people have been comparing this trilogy to the Lord of the Rings trilogy at the Academy Awards, where the first 2 movies, yeah, they got some wins, some nominations, but then the third movie, bam, 11 wins. Next, we have Jack of Spades. A gothic mystery unfolds in the atmospheric setting of 1880s Scotland. It's directed by Joel Coen, one half of the Coen brothers, and it stars Damian Lewis, Josh O'Connor, Frances McDormand, and Leslie Manville. I really hate that the brothers have separated because their combined filmography is so legendary. And while they've been apart, Joel has made The Tragedy of Macbeth, which is good, but it's dense. And Ethan made Driveway Dolls and Honey Don't, both of which were quite bad. So if I had to pick one of these brothers, as far as who I trust more, it's going to be Joel. And honestly, a Coen brother doing a movie set in 1800 Scotland is just, it's insane. Then we have another one around the corner, and I Love Boosters. It follows a group of shoplifters who take aim at a cutthroat fashion maven. It's directed by Boots Riley, who I think has made some of the most interesting movies of the last 10 years, and this one looks no different based on the trailer. The only thing I think I can actually guarantee is that it won't be for everyone. And that's okay, but I do feel that he is overdue for some Academy love. And then lastly, we have Michael. The film follows Michael Jackson's life from his time at the Jackson 5 to his early solo career. Michael Jackson is being played by his nephew Jafar, and the movie also stars Coleman Domingo, Miles Teller, Nia Long, and more. And it was directed by Antoine Fuqua, which is a strange choice. When I think of him, I view him as one of the best working action directors. I don't know if I would necessarily tab him as the guy I want for a biographical drama. I think there is one thing I can say for sure about this movie, and that it is going to make $1 billion. After that, if the movie's able to capture any of Michael Jackson's performing magic, then we're going to get a lot of below-the-line Oscars. Outside of that, I don't really know what to expect, especially from Jafar Jackson in his acting debut in what I would call probably the most coveted musical biopic role maybe ever. Now, this is definitely not definitive, and some of these movies are not going to be nominated for Best Picture, but these are the ones that stand out to me as of right now. So who knows? YouTube's taking over the Oscars next year, so maybe we'll see Mr. Beast presenting Christopher Nolan with his second Best Picture Oscar.